Let's start a 1000 MCQ series of polity and Indian Constitution. So the very first question is, which one of the following acts provides for the setting up of a board of control in Britain through which the British government could fully control the British India Company's civil, military and revenue affairs in India? So the right answer would be Pitt's India Act of 1784. Pitt's India Act of 1784. The next question is, the first effective attempt by the nationalists for drafting the Constitution of Independent India may be traced back to. The right answer is Nehru Report. Nehru Report of 1928. So this was the first effective attempt. The plan of Sir Stafford Cripps envisaged that after the Second World War, options are, and the right answer is India should be given Dominion status. So after Second World War, the Cripps mission envisaged to have a Dominion status in India. Okay. Fourth question is, the English people are bound by duty as well as interest to lend back to India the wealth derived therefrom in order to develop its resources. This was said by whom? So the right answer is Dadabhai Naoroji. The right answer is Dadabhai Naoroji. Fifth question, which one of the following demands of the moderates was accepted in Morley-Minto reforms? Which one of the following demands of the moderates was accepted in Morley-Minto reforms? So the options are, and the right answer is increase in the size of the councils. The sixth question is, which one of the following recommended a change in the pattern of diarchy introduced under the Act of 1919? So the right answer is Simon Commission. The act in which for the first time statutory rules were framed the separate provincial subjects from the central subject was the right answer is Government of India Act 1919. That is Government of India Act 1919. Okay. Montagu Chelmsford Commission. The Cabinet Mission Plan envisaged for India a The right answer is A. Federation. So the next one is, under which one of the following acts was the communal electorate system introduced by British in India for the first time? So for the first time, communal electorate system was introduced by the British in India. The right answer is A. Government of India Act 1909. Morley-Minto reforms. Okay. Next question is, which one of the following series of names contain the name of moderates only? Acha. So the right answer is B. Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta and Dadabhai Nauroji. Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta and Dadabhai Nauroji. Next question is, in the federation established by Act 1935, residuary powers were given to the, and the right answer is A, Federal Legislature. Next question, which one of the following are the principal features of the Government of India Act 1990? Montagu Chelmsford Commission की बात कर रही है. Okay, the right options statements are introduction of diarchy in the executive government of the provinces, introduction of separate communal electorates for Muslims, devolution of legislative authority by the center of the provinces, expansion and reconstitution of the central and provincial legislature. So which one is correct, A, B, C or D? So the right answer is D, 1, 3 and 4. Introduction of diarchy in the executive government of the provinces, devolution of legislative authority by the center to the provinces, and expansion and reconstitutions of central and provincial legislatures. These three provisions were mentioned or were featured in 1990 Act. So next question is, when the Crown assumed direct responsibility for the Government of India in 1858, all powers, legislative, administrative and financial, came to be concentrated in the 14th question. So the answer is B, that is Secretary of State for India and his Council. Okay, the 14th question. When the Crown assumed direct responsibility for the Government of India in 1858, all powers, legislative, administrative and financial, came to be concentrated in the Secretary of State for India and his Council. So the next question is, one of the objectives of All India States Peoples. Okay. One of the objectives of All India States Peoples Conference was to, options are so the right answer of this question is A, that is establish responsible governments in princely states. Establish responsible governments in princely states. Right answer of question number 15 is A. Next question. Who described the Government of India Act 1935 as a new charter of bondage? So the right answer, new charter of bondage. The right answer is option B, Jawaharlal Nehru. Next question. Between the 15th August 1947, when the country became free, and the 26th January 1950, when she declared itself a democratic sovereign republic, the Government of India functioned under the provision of. The right answer is A, the Government of India Act 1935. Next. The most vexing question before the Nehru Committee was the. Right answer is C, dominion status for India. dominion status for India. Okay. Ramsay MacDonald's Communal Award was provided for. Right answer is C. Separate electorates for depressed classes. MacDonald's Communal Award 1932. So it was separate electorates for depressed classes. Which of the following political parties or group boycotted Simon's Commission? Answer is 1, 3 and 4. Hindu Mahasabha, Muslim League and Punjab Unionist. So these are the three parties who boycotted Simon Commission: Hindu Mahasabha, Muslim League and Punjab Unionists. Next question is, which one of the following statements regarding the system of diarchy under 1919 Act is correct? Options are so the right answer is B. That is, it was the first step towards responsible government. It was the first step towards the responsible government. Next question is, the nature of the anti-imperialist struggle was. The right answer is B. Initially constitutional and by and large non-violent. Next question. Which one of the following finally alienated the Muslims and crystallized the demand for Pakistan? The right answer is A. The introduction of separate electorates for the Muslim. That was introduced in 1909, Morley Minto's reforms. Next question, mainstream nationalism in India. So the mainstream nationalism in India right answer is aimed at emancipation from colonial rule. Emancipation from colonial rule. So the next question is, which of the following were responsible for the growth of nationalism in India during the British rule? Economic exploitation of India, impact of Western education and role of press. So the right answer is A. 1, 2 and 3. All three are correct. Next question, question number 26. Which one of the following nationalism leaders has been described as being radical in politics but conservative on social issues? The right answer is B.G. Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Next question, question number 27. Which one of the following groups of leaders was connected with the Swarajist party? Right answer is Motilal Nehru, Vittalbhai Patel and C.R. Das. Option number 3 or option C. Motilal Nehru, Vittalbhai Patel and C.R. Das. Next question, who among following introduced local self-government in India? So the answer is Lord Ripon. The time period of Lord Ripon was from 1880 to 1884. 1880 to 1884. Next question. This one is of matching list 1 to list 2. So the right answer is option D. Question number 31st. Consider the following personalities and events: Lord Dalhousie, Doctrine of Lapse; Lord Curzon, Partition of Bengal; Lord Wavell, Simla Conference. So the right answer is option C. All are correct. All are correct. Indian National Congress began to work as a political party since right answer is D. Nagpur Congress session, December 1920. Under the system of subsidiary alliance, a prince right answer is option B, could carry on trade with European power other than the English. The Pune Pact in 1932 upheld joint electorates with reserved seats for the scheduled caste. Okay. Thirty-fifth. Which one of the following is not correct about diarchy introduced by the Government of India Act of 1919? The right answer is option A. It was a system of dual governments at central and provincial levels. Which one of the following statements is correct with reference to the Government of India Act 1935? Right answer is B. The federal legislature was to consist of the Government General, the Council of State, and the Federal Assembly. Next, consider the following statements regarding the composition of Constituent Assembly. So the statements are: the representatives were to be elected from the four constituents: Hindus, Muslims, Sikh, and Christians. Second statement is: the chairman of the Union Constituent Committee was Jawaharlal Nehru. The total strength of the Constituent Assembly was 389. The drafting committee was under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So the right answer is option B. First statement is wrong. Rest all are correct. 2, 3, and 4. Next question: who among the following championed the cause of socialist ideas in the Indian National Congress before independence? So the right answer is Jawaharlal Nehru. Question 39. Again, match list 1 with list 2. So the right answer would be option B, 3541. 3541. Next question. Revolutionary extremists in India of the post-1920 phase could be distinguished from those of the earlier phase due to? The right answer is option D, acquisition of a revolutionary socialist ideology. Acquisition of a revolutionary socialist ideology. Next question 41. Match list 1 with list 2. So the right answer is option A, 2451. Diarchy will go with Government of India Act 1990. Federalism, Government of India Act 1935. Introduction of communal electorates, Parliamentary reforms 1909. And the last one is creation of the Office of Governor General. So the Regulating Act 1773. Next question. Select the correct chronological sequence of movements given below. So non-cooperation movement 1920, civil disobedience movement 1932 or 1930, or Quit India movement 1942. Next question, again match list 1 with list 2. So the right answer is question 43. Right answer would be option C. Dadabhai Nehruji, drain theory. Then Mahatma Gandhi, trusteeship theory. Rabindranath Tagore, internationalism. And Jayaprakash Narayan, total revolution. Sampurna Kranti. Match list 1 with list 2. The answer would be option B, 3412. Federal scheme of government, Government of India Act 1935. Diarchy provincial 1919. Communal representation, parliamentary reforms. And rigid centralization. That is Indian Council Act 1861. Okay. Who among the following was chairman of the State Committee of the Constituent Assembly? So the right answer will be Jawaharlal Nehru. He was the chairman of the State Committee of the Constituent Assembly. What was the reason for rejection of Cripps' plan by the Indian National Congress? What was the reason? So the right answer is option C. It indirectly conceded a demand for partition. It indirectly conceded the demand for partition.